everyone, this is Sakshi and I heartily welcome you all to Books with Sakshi. I really hope that you all are doing great and you people are keeping safe. In today's video, I'm going to review Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra Jonas, which is a memoir, and this book was also recently released and I finished with this book recently. I listened to the audiobook of this book, and by the end of this video, I'm actually going to share my experience of my very first audiobook and how I listened to it, because a lot of you people, especially on my Instagram, were asking me that how I actually listened to the audiobook. So I'll share that by the end of it, but before that, let me just share my honest review about the book. So Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra is actually a memoir, and she talks about almost everything which has happened till date. She starts with her childhood and how she was very notorious. She talks about her parents and how supportive they were throughout her journey, starting from childhood to the position she has currently. And she talks about her boarding school days and how she was so notorious, and that kid who always used to throw tantrums, and because of that her mother decided that she needs to be admitted to a boarding school. She talks about her days in boarding school and how miserable she used to feel there. She literally felt she was kind of abandoned by her own parents. This is what she used to feel back then. And she also talks about her life in America and how she was bullied there and how she made friends, how her family is supportive, not just her parents, but her extended family. Throughout her book, Priyanka has highlighted this one thing every now and then, that how important it is to have an extended family, like a joint family, where so many people are there to help one another. This clearly reflects in her book, because there were so many people in her family who helped each other when there was a need. And so when Priyanka actually goes to America to study, which was by her own wish only, she was being asked by her mother whether she'll be able to kind of adjust in America. She said yes, she would really love to go there. And so Priyanka has also talked about that how she explores many things, different culture, different kind of people, and everything which she experienced there is there in the book. Also, she talks about her Bollywood journey, her entry into Hollywood, and everything which is there. Like a lot of you, especially if you're a fan of Priyanka Chopra, you must be knowing her journey throughout, but there are definitely some things which she has mentioned only in this book, because according to her, she says in this book that not everything which is related to her needs to be spoken in the public, because it is her personal life and it is her personal decisions, and everything does not require an explanation out in the public. And so this is what she also talks about. Her journey was really inspiring, because of whatever I listened in the audiobook. I knew many things, but not everything at the same time. One thing I extremely liked about her journey is that her parents were supportive throughout her journey. Like whenever she had to, when she actually entered in this Bollywood industry, she had to, travel to places, and, she had to do a lot of stuff. And she was very young that time. She was just 18 or 19 when she actually did her first movie, something like that was there. And so her parents were so supportive, because they used to travel with her, they used to take care of everything almost, and they always fill their daughter with positivity, fill their daughter with optimism. Well, not just this, but there are many things which you will discover when you will read this book, because possibly I cannot tell you about each and everything. She ends her book with the chapters of her marriage with Nick Jonas, and also the last chapter was Home, where she actually talks about her life after marriage, but not that much, only a glimpse of it. And she talks about all the amazing work which she has been doing, like about NGO, UNICEF, and everything which she has been doing for girl education, for education in general, and for all the people who are actually in refugee camps. So she shares a great amount of information about all of that, and trust me, that is one of my favorite chapters, because there you actually get to understand that you don't need to help a lot of people, like you don't need to help on a large scale. Even if you are able to help just one person, only just one person, that should be enough. But you should be having this kind of an intention that you have to help one another. That chapter particularly was so inspiring, because that kind of gives you hope that no matter what your gender is, you can always take your stand, you can do whatever you want. She also talks about her father and how important he played a role in her life. Her father was very, very, very like a kind of person who always stays happy, and also keeps his surroundings happy, like kind of a good vibe person. This is how she actually describes her father. And there's also a chapter about grief, where her father actually dies and what kind of an impact it actually leaves on her entire family. It was very heartbreaking, trust me, to not read, but I actually listened to the audiobook. But still, I felt so disturbed for some time while I was listening to it. So coming to my experience with the audiobook of this book, I listened to the audiobook for the very first time, and the book is narrated by PC Priyanka Chopra herself. It was very interesting to listen to her narrating her own story. And I would also suggest all of you who are watching this to actually go with the audiobook, because when someone is actually narrating their own story, they also add emotions to it. This is what I feel. No doubt the book is amazing, but when she was narrating her own story about her achievements, about her success, about her grief, about her pain, about her meeting her life partner, which is like Nick Jonas, everything was just kind of connecting me with her journey. Or you understand, right? When you narrate your own story, it kind of feels very special. So it was very special as an experience to listen to her narrating her own story. And so that is why I really suggest everyone to go with the audiobook, because that's what I believe. Like, the experience was just amazing. The time duration of audiobook was 8 hours 30 minutes. So I took around 4 to 5 days, because as this was my very first time with the audiobook, so I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it, but still it took me 4 to 5 days to get done with it. Now, coming to the question, a lot of you were asking that from where they can get the audiobook of this book unfinished. As this was my very first experience, I was not knowing whether audiobook is something that is for me or not. So I wasn't ready to invest in it. Invest as in like there are so many apps like Storytel, Audible, where you have to pay, where you have to kind of subscribe so that you can listen to the audiobooks. I wasn't ready for this investment, because I was very unsure whether I'll be able to understand, whether I'll be able to stick to audiobooks or not. So I wanted to try something for free, an audiobook for free. So on Telegram, I actually listened to the complete audiobook of this book. Telegram has open channel, and I recently discovered this thing, that there are a lot of books, like literally lot of books on Telegram. Like, all you have to do is just go on Telegram. If you don't have, just install Telegram app, go on Telegram, search for the book you want to read. Let's just say Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay, let's just say Rich Dad Poor Dad. You'll actually get some channels, and just go to any channel and see through it, and you'll find the PDF of it. I know these things are not not legal or illegal. This is not about being legal or illegal, but publishers actually don't get paid for it. Authors don't actually get the royalty. So this is like you are not stealing anyone's work, but also this is the way where you're not also paying for something. But that's kind of okay if you cannot afford buying books. And so on Telegram, you will get so many channels like this. What I observed personally is that more non-fiction books are available there, and less fiction are. Like, fiction books are also there, but non-fiction books are more there. And so also there are like separate channels for audiobooks as well. So you will find audiobooks of so many non-fiction there. Personally, I wanted to try it for myself, that how it actually works, but I really enjoyed it. And now I feel so addicted 2 audiobooks. So I guess I'm going to try at least 5 or 6 more audiobooks, and I'm going to make a complete video dedicated to audiobooks, and I'll share my experience with it and how I'm actually listening to the audiobooks and how you as a beginner can also listen to it. So with that being said, we have reached the end of this video. Talking about the recommendation, I would recommend this book to everyone, especially all the women who are seeing this video and listening to me till now, because this book is going to inspire you a lot. If you are someone who feels that your voice is not that heard, you are not powerful, or any kind of negative thoughts you have about yourself, this is the book which you should be reading. I'm not saying that this book is inspiring throughout, but when you read someone's journey who has made a lot of great changes in their life, that is something very inspiring, and I would really recommend this book to everyone, not just to women but to men as well. Go ahead and get this book for yourself, and I really hope you enjoy this book as much as I did, and you really take inspiration as much as I did. And I'll see you in the next videos. And in case you have not subscribed to my channel, please do that, because every week I'm here with new videos for you people. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I would really like to read them. And until next time, take care. Bye bye.